Last time on Borderlands, the party clashed with dwarf-hating giants known as the Thraxis. Unleashing a barrage of critical strikes, they vanquished their towering foes with unparalleled fury. Pressing northward, home of the Celestial Council, their path was suddenly interrupted by the arrival of Burgard, a fire giant, and a member of the Knights of Cinder, who came hurtling through the air before crashing into the ground in front of our intrepid party. The party moved forward. The guardian of the Celestial Council would not give them passage, for they were not worthy, but has tasked them with a quest. They must travel westward to destroy evil and to collect the Eye of Yasni. With their newfound ally in hand, they return back to collect a much-needed ally.
And we begin with Brugard standing in front of the entrance that you all came in, realizing it's far too small for him to really kind of squeeze his way through. I guess you guys are like up on his shoulders or on his hand. As he goes,
wasn't your friend supposed to arrive soon?
Which one?
I don't know. I was just told to walk here so that we could wait for him.
Oh. Wait, which one of you guys told him that we were waiting on people?
I think it was the dwarf who's asleep.
Oh.
Do you think he means Baps?
He might mean Babs.
Well, if it's all right with you all, I would like to go on this quest.
No, it's probably cool.
Yeah, I can catch up.
Guys, you don't mind leaving? He can catch up, right?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Fantastic! All right, I suppose we'll travel to the west. He kind of looks off there. Well, we'll have to cut through there in Nilfheim. Hope you have your cold weather gear on. It's rather nippy out.
El Chad just looks down. He's wearing fucking board shorts and fucking sandals, like, shit.
Shit.
I'll be fine.
Hey, it's Kristoff.
Hey everybody,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's so good to be back.
Hell yeah. All right. While they're all deliberating this, we cut to. I'm not going to change the music because this music I think fits. To Safe Harbor, Baps off the side of the boat.
Okay, all right. Where's the boat?
You guys are on the little dinghy down there where Aya is.
Okay. Yeah, Baps is very confused. He doesn't even really know where he is.
You're on the. Oh, I'm gonna move your boat. You're actually on this one.
Oh, different boat.
On the other side. Over here.
All right, yeah. He kind of pulls himself out of the latest convulsion and looks over to Aya and slaps his helmet back on. I think it's finally done. Where are we?
You're on Safe Harbor, man. as you turn and see Ethan, the battle bum.
Do I know you?
It's me, Ethan, man. We met on Casa de Yazdi. I hang out with Vinny.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember. Something about trash receptacles.
Something like that. But I was what was I supposed to do? I sold some mushrooms to a frog. And oh yeah, I was supposed to tell you. Your friends left like a day ago.
Where did they go?
Towards that big mountain off in the distance.
Baps looks around. Does he see? He sees the mountain.
You see it like just barely because you are kind of in a low spot, but you can see like the tip of it off in the distance.
Pretty far.
Oh yeah. But you were spewing and you passed out, so they just kind of went on ahead.
Yeah, that sounds right. Well, I mean, I'll catch up with them. Thanks. Say, do you know if there's a good way to good transport out of this town?
Unless you got your feet right there, man. Just gonna have to hook it.
Fair enough. Are you coming with, Aya? Oh, she must be asleep.
I think her microphone's not working. Man.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I can like hear her talking, but I can't hear her talking, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you mean.
It's fucking crazy. Hey, when you see that little frog dude, tell him he still owes me some money.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
You'll know, and he winks. Crawls. Still can't hear you, Aya chick. Yes, Babs. Aya appears to be silenced somehow.
I guess she must have been messing with the wrong mushrooms.
I gave her a mushroom of silence.
Oh, is that why Babs is feeling better? A lesser restoration?
Yes. That has to be the reason. Still can't hear you, dude. I can hear Rachel meanwhile upstairs yelling.
Are you coming with?
Nah.
All right. Well, I guess don't let nobody take the boat. I guess.
Can do.
Huh.
Later, B-man.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can talk.
I was really hoping no one would say anything.
I was just walking away. Are you staying here? You coming with? Everybody went to that mountain? Way over there.
I know that Droga needed to do some talking with Sigtyr, and I think that's where they were headed, but here, just to prevent yourself from getting any further sick, here, darling, as she's gonna pop you with lesser restoration.
I feel loads better.
Um,
So say, do you know what the hell we're doing here? I feel like I just got back to Shellport, and now I'm here instead.
Well, we took the boat here to Safe Harbor in order to try to get in touch with Sigtyr. Something to have to do with the calamity that happened down south, perhaps. That's as much as him and I have not been on the best of talking terms as of recent, but
Sorry to hear that.
Well, he did try to go and help you find your daughter, and he neglected to remember he had 3 of his own. So, regardless,
I guess that's the life.
Regardless, just go and make certain that they're fine. And if I can keep an eye on you from here, if you have trouble on your trek, she's gonna hand you a token. It's a braid from her hair, and she's gonna like tie it around like something on like a bandolier or something.
One of the armor spikes.
Well, here, I can at least keep an insight on whether or not if you're okay. If you need eyes from a distance, but and I can do some distant measuring, but perhaps talk with that Blackwell fellow. The one that it's a touchy subject as well in my household, but yeah, that's what I can suggest. That or perhaps that balding fellow is up there. That one, he was it's in the Maillard.
Yeah.
No, not Maillard. What is his name? Goodness, I've
Ahmed.
come across them.
Maillard? Ahmed?
One of those two.
He always pretends like he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he does.
Perhaps. Oh, I think someone over there is calling my name. Good seeing you. Good luck.
Nobody's calling your name, man.
As Aya's just gonna like wander over here.
You could just leave a conversation.
All right. I forgot there are no spikes on Babs's armor because he doesn't have any armor. He just still has that Hawaiian shirt.
I imagine Babs looks like one of those tourists. He has like the Hawaiian shirt with the hat and the little bit of suntan lotion.
Oh, he still has his helmet on.
Okay, flip flops.
But yeah, the flip flops, the Hawaiian shirt, and just his steel plumed helmet.
Mhm.
So he's gonna come up here. This looks like a pretty busy place. What's going on?
There are people all around. We'll kind of like cut through this as quick as we can.
Yeah.
You actually notice some people from Winter's Hold is here. Some of the dwarves. It looks to be like a forge up here. There's a dwarf working at the anvil. There's also another very old dwarf swinging his axe and doing very slow tumbles and just yelling, yeah, 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 as he's like rolling around. It seems like he's practicing fighting. And this is him, if you want to see what he looks like.
Just
Muck tuck.
a ball of old dwarf rolling around.
Yeah. He's doing like, if you've ever played Dark Souls or Elden Ring, like fatty rolling.
Yeah.
He's like very slowly. Yeah. You also see a bunch of Onis around. Oni soldiers.
Babs will go up there to one of them. Hey, do I know you?
Huh? I don't know. What's your name?
I'm Babs Blinkert. From Shellport. I known a couple Oni. Sure are a lot of y'all about here.
Yeah. Oh! You're the dude that beat the general, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like forever ago.
Oh yeah, super long time. We just hung out here when you told us to do it, so
Well, good.
you're lucky a bunch of the lieutenants showed up. He's like picking his ear.
Yeah. Where exactly is he here? I don't think Babs has ever been to Safe Harbor.
I think you've been here.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to have been here. Because you had to fight the Oni.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember.
It's much more cleaned up than the last time you were here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like they put some infrastructure in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've just been hanging out here in Safe Harbor. You guys wanted to do some expedition deeper in, and well, that's what we've been doing, just watching the place, I guess. He picks his nose.
Keep up the good work. Hey, I think I see a friend over there. Hey, Ahmed.
I don't think Nate's here.
Yeah,
Ahmed disappears.
this place is flipping weird.
He despawns. Oh no, hold on. You say, hey, Ahmed, and you wave over to Ahmed. And he turns around and you realize he doesn't quite look like Ahmed. Oh, hello, Master Babs. It's Jeeves.
Hey, Jeeves. Well,
Hello.
Can you help me know what the hell's going on here? Everybody left going that way. What are they going there for? What's going on? What's at this mountain?
Oh, they are heading to the Celestial Council's court. That dwarf Sigtyr made his way there. It seems rather important. I believe the party talked with Blackwell up in that building up there to the north.
Up there? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna head up there.
All right. I'm going to do what I want.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm glad that you're glad.
Have a nice time. Standing there?
I will. He is just standing there. You can, as you walk away, make a perception check.
Will do.
A 2. You don't.
Babs is not noted.
Babs says you. No, here's why you get a 2, Babs. You walk up like, all right, I'm gonna head up there, and you just kind of walk over to a wall. This is not a method of getting up. But when you turn around, Jeeves is looking at you almost expectingly, and he kind of nods. As you've awkwardly, trying to get away from the conversation, walked into a wall.
All right. Bye. Is it like
Goodbye.
a cliff wall?
It is.
Yeah, Babs is gonna just fly up and away.
All right.
He lifts up with his because he still has his flying shoes. I guess right now they're sandals.
Yeah. They're like what is it called? The sandals with the little wings.
Yeah.
Oh.
The magic of his Hawaiian shirt. All right. Babs comes up to this guy. Is this an Oni?
It is. He is dressed a little more ornately.
Hey, Blackwell in there?
These two look at each other and look at you. Yes.
All right. See ya.
They move their spears out of the way. Just because it seems like they were expecting you to show up at some point.
Once you're done puking.
Yeah.
All right, Babs
as
is gonna bust through the door.
you boom bust through the door. Make a perception check as you do. 10. When you smack through the door, you swear you hear like a pop, and that's it. As it's Blackwell, he finishes eating a bit of steak. There's the man himself. Babs, and he sort of scoots up and walks over with his hand out. It's so good to see you.
Not pretend that I can stomach you at all, Blackwell.
Oh, you cut right straight to my heart. I must admit, though, I am rather impressed with your attire. Good to see you're doing a bit of the fashion over form.
Guess I'm trying to lighten up a bit.
I see. Yeah, you got to shake off the old work habit, right? I'm trying to do the same. And he gestures out to his sort of house. Do you want to sit down, have something to eat, or are you on the trek to go?
I have to find the rest of the Shellport gang.
Yes.
Where do you send them?
They were heading up north to the Celestial Council. I'm sure you've probably heard about it from a couple of people in here on your way here. They were luring after that dwarf Sigtyr. Oh, it's a shame. He could be in quite a lot of danger. But, they're heroes after all.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's the job and everything.
Yes, and
what is this council?
Don't know. Haven't been able to contact him, but they must be pretty important, especially considering that Thraxis hasn't really messed with them. Oh yes, I forgot Thraxis. You probably want to hear about him, don't you? Horrible Lich wants to. I'll give you the TLDR. Yeah, Horrible Lich, corrupting a world tree, doing something really bad that may kill all life on the planet. That sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is a lot, but I guess I am in a hurry.
Yes, time is very much of the essence. I won't want to keep you for too long, but if you have any questions or in need of any sort of gear or substance or whatever you like, just be more than welcome to tell me.
Well, the shirt is nice and all, but I could use something a bit more me for this one, and maybe a horse. I have to catch up to him somehow.
A horse? Ooh, yes, that would be very helpful, wouldn't it? Now, before we get to that, what do you mean by me?
Maybe just something a little more solid.
You're talking about not walking around in your colorful little garb you have there?
Yeah, I think I'll pull it out for if I ever take a vacation again.
Ooh, sounds lovely. Well, then what
sort
of gear are you looking for exactly?
I mean,
I'm a stickler for details.
There has to be some plate around here somewhere.
Oh yes, plenty of it. Do you want something a little old-fashioned or something new?
Old-fashioned is fine.
Sounds good. One moment. And he sort of scurries this way, digging around in this chest here. Let's see here. You can make a perception check if you want to eye what he's doing or if you want to do something. He seems distracted. 17. As he's digging around, you see him picking up these what look like marbles, these weird like glass marbles. He shakes them a bit, kind of looks in them, then throws it back into the chest. He digs around some more until he pulls out one. He goes, here we go. And he tosses it to the ground. And when it does, an armor stand, poof, comes into existence. Almost like frozen in time and then popped out of that little bubble. It is a full set of black spiked plate Gloomhaven style. I think you'll find it very form-fitting.
Absolutely. It's just my style. Hey, this isn't like somebody's memory, is it?
Hmm? Oh, no, nothing like that. Just, some new old stock.
Right, sorry. I just, marbles. So, thought I might have seen them before.
Hmm? Yes. Well, I specialize in a couple of different types of the arcane, as you well know. So little motes, it's fine. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Appreciate this. I do. Now I gotta run. And catch up with anybody. I'm certain. You'll make an opportunity for me to kill you later.
Now, Babs. And he steps over and he puts his hand on the table here. I hope you know that even though we don't see eye to eye, I do very much appreciate you. You cause a level of distress for my previous employer that I absolutely love. And if the world ends and whatnot, I think it would be very disappointing for the both of us. So I like to think that we're at least friends in some minor capacity.
Fair enough, Blackwell. That's fair enough. All right.
Good. Well, you'll find our old friend waiting for you up by the gate.
All right. Have a good day. Doing
Have a good day.
whatever you do while everybody else is out saving the world.
Oh, meetings and all. We all have our part to play, don't we?
Yeah. Yep.
Ta-ta, goodbye, bye-bye.
Hey, you mind if I change real quick in here?
Well, you're more than welcome.
It's kind of hard to carry this stuff around,
Of course. I'll
just
leave you to a bit of privacy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll head on upstairs.
I
Just
didn't
give me a
mean to-
knock, ring the bell if you have when you're done. I'll come on down. I promise I won't peek. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb your dinner.
No, of course. Have a snack.
Babs is gonna change into his armor, and then he's gonna come over here and he's gonna grab a chicken leg
All right.
and leave.
You grab a chicken leg. You walk out. Do you take a bite of it?
Oh yeah.
You take a bite of it, and Baps, you're pissed. It's a damn good chicken leg. Baps, Blackwell makes a damn good chicken leg. It's almost infuriating.
Lucky my stomach is empty. All right, Babs is gonna make his way to the gate. The gate is, I see it all the way over there.
Yeah, as you make your way to the gate, you see someone or something in the distance. And it's an old friend. You see his polished white bone glistening in the sun. As waiting for you is Binky. As it sees you, it neighs.
But
Running over to you.
oh boy, I thought we'd lost you.
It ruts and sort of brushes its head against you.
Oh, sweet Binky. Hold on, I think I've got something. And Babs is gonna pull out the I don't even know if it's still in here anywhere, but that bag of infinite spices.
Yeah.
And it'll drop a sugar cube. Here you go, boy.
It takes it. It much like last time, it seems to swallow it, and then it just kind of falls out the bottom of it. But it seems very happy about all this.
All right. Baps is gonna jump into the saddle. Hey, Aya, I'll see you later. Come on now, Binky. Show me the meaning of haste.
Safe travels,
No.
Baps.
Yes.
Bring him back to me.
I will. God,
As it
Drogon
runs-
isn't like already dead or anything, is he?
Man, that would suck.
All right.
As Binky and Baps ride off into the distance, Baps, it is just like a dead wasteland. As you charge down, there are bones, horrible signs of battle along this path. As you make your way down the peninsula to the main sort of shore, where you see the ground has been cut off, separated by the mainland, leading you to this gate.
This is a gate?
Yeah, so there's a gate on the far side.
Okay.
But this is a basically a barrier to the mainland, right? There is a slice of water separating the land and where you are. Binky is strong enough that Binky can kind of swim you over. What you can see, there is a boat, like a little raft there. You can assume it must have been from when the party took it over and sailed it.
Right? Yeah, Baps will take Binky and we'll walk across the water here.
Going up, it is a very ominous sight. This large, tall gateway is wrapped in these gnarled ancient vines. It looks to be like this was some sort of defense, defending from whatever was inside of that gate. Large stones sit along the shore where the ground is separated with runes on it. Dilapidated barracks and sort of lay strewn and scattered about. Bones and corpses of dead soldiers are kind of everywhere. Their armor so decayed and old you can't even really make out what faction they were from. And you see a low trench cut out, and you see this strange pile of bones and this swirling magic around it.
Baps will take Binky forward towards the swirling magic. Does it look familiar, like anything he's ever seen before?
You can make a history check if you're trying to do it, or an arcana check if you're trying to figure out what type of magic it is. So if you want to figure out if you've seen it before, or if you want to figure out what it actually is, you have two different options.
We'll do Arcana.
All right. Arcana. You're not quite sure what it is. It's magic, and it's in kind of a circle-y formation, but that's about all you glean from it.
And it's just hovering on over top a pile of bones?
It's actually wrapping around the pile of bones.
Baps will get off Binky and go to one of these skeletons, and he'll pull off a femur bone.
Alright.
And then he'll walk over to the magical orb and poke it with the bone.
Alright.
And look at Binky and be like, this probably isn't very smart.
Binky is looks uncomfortable as Binky's kind of like rutting a bit and pacing side to side as you walk over to this thing. You poke it with the bone, and the bone actually kind of bounces off of it a little. It seems to be like some sort of barrier keeping you from putting the bone in there.
Curious, but I don't think we have time to investigate further, and it's not really our wheelhouse.
As you turn around to go on to Binky, Binky starts huffing even more and stomping, trying to get your attention. Make an insight check.
Insight. Can I do an animal handling?
You can.
If it's Binky trying to tell me something?
Yeah. 25. Binky is trying to warn you, is what you're able to assume. As you turn and look at where Binky's kind of running and pointing his head at, that circle is beginning to kind of dissipate, that magic circle. It seems like whatever sort of time limit it was on has run out. As you see one of the skeletal arms in it, boom, grab onto the side, and pulling out from it is a skeletal figure wreathed in blue spectral flame. As it lets out this horrible war cry. And I'm going to show you a picture. All right. I'm sorry, Babs. They left this thing behind. As it yells out, climbing up out of the hole. And I need Babs to roll initiative. I'm sorry, guys. This is Babs heavy game today. It rolled low, so it's still climbing out of the hole. All right,
Well,
Babs, it's your turn.
As much as I'd like to stick around, see ya. And Babs is gonna mount Binky, and Binky is gonna dash. And you said this is a trench?
Yeah.
He's gonna dash and jump the trench.
All right. You jump the trench. Now, I will say there is a barrack here. That's what this building is.
Oh, that's a building there.
Yeah. So you'd
Okay.
have to like jump it here and then jump it there.
All right. You will do this. Or I'll attempt to. Do I need to make any checks or anything?
First one, you don't. Second one, you will have to make an animal handling check to see if you can get Binky to actually deftly jump over.
You got this, boy.
All right, Binky stumbles a bit. It's going to use up 10 foot of his movement.
All right.
But he does manage to get over to this side.
Let me see here. So he has 120 feet.
Oh no.
Let's see. Measure. He was here. So use 20. 35. And you said he loses how much?
10 feet.
Alright, so he has 75 feet remaining. So... we get to about here, dashing headlong. He jumps over this.
Yep, leaping over. You're charging towards that entrance, standing in front of which is a large onyx statue. It seems to be held together with arcane magics, like its arm is cracked and broken. But it still seems mobile and moving, this large Anubis-looking statue. As it turns and looks down to you. You who wish to come into these divine lands, for what is your purpose?
Trying to find bros.
Do you come with noble cause?
Yeah. Get us save the world. You know, the regular hero stuff.
Then you may enter the Forbidden Lands. Your journey, your quest, your fate is yours to follow.
Thanks, champ.
As the Guardian sort of spreads its legs to let you run with Binky through the bottom of it.
Hey, there's a nasty dude coming. Just letting you know.
Yeah. The Guardian turns, and as you run through, you see the Guardian kind of crouch down a bit. As you can tell, it's getting ready to fight. And you actually see multiple of those things running towards the Guardian, and you just hear clashing and slamming and smashing as you sort of down this long, deep tunnel as it narrows and narrows and narrows into a short, basically a tunnel just wide enough for you to kind of crouch forward while you're riding Binky to get through, until eventually you get flashed with this bright light as you find yourself on the other side. This bright, beautiful land sort of spread out before you. But somewhat surprisingly, Binky comes to a real hard stop as a large fire giant is standing in front of you, basically having been standing only a few feet away from the gate. But he's with your friends who are sitting on it.
Now, are you sure we should leave without him? It just seems in rather bad form. He's telling... What do you think, El Chad?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, he's taking forever to get here.
I've never even met this guy.
Wait. Babs?
Hey, I made it. Sorry. You know, the seasick thing.
We waited here for like 15 minutes. You
Wow.
fucking asshole.
That's so very gracious of you.
We had things to do.
Yeah, I heard. Do you know what you're doing? Because I don't. Something about a celestial council that nobody can tell me what it is, and who's your friend here?
Me? I'm Brugard of the Knights of Cinder.
Yeah, this is Brugard. He's of the Knights of Sindar. He's a friend of ours.
That's right. I have become rather acquainted with your allies.
Well,
Would you like to know what happened last time?
That's a weird way to phrase that.
That's right. I can tell you what happened last time on Borderlands.
And he looks at the camera when he says this. And I'm gonna play the recap again.
Last time on Borderlands, the party clashed with dwarf-hating giants known as the Thraxis. Unleashing a mirage of critical strikes, they vanquished their towering foes with unparalleled fury. Pressing northward, home of the Celestial Council, their path was suddenly interrupted by the arrival of Burgard, a fire giant, and a member of the Knights of Cinder, who came hurtling through the air before crashing into the ground in front of our intrepid party. The party moved forward. The Guardian of the Celestial Council would not give them passage, for they were not worthy, but has tasked them with a quest. They must travel westward to destroy evil and to collect the Eye of Yasni, With their newfound ally in hand, they return back to collect a much-needed ally.
Wow,
And that's about the long and short of it.
that's super helpful, actually. Thank you.
Of course, boy.
So this is a pretty standard thing. We have to go collect the thing in an opposite direction to be able to get to where we want to go.
Yeah, that
You
sounds about
know-
right.
Precisely.
I have found, as an ancient knight as I am, that you find yourself being sent on tasks to go get items quite a lot.
Yeah, it happens all all the time. That's the fun of it, right?
I think it's part of being a hero.
For yes. Hey, El Chad, what do you know about this eyeball of your dude?
Yes, we haven't gotten to talk about that. What is an eye of yours need?
Oh, well, it's a great source of power,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of all it really says in the book, other than, a lot of metaphors.
Well,
It lets you see, but could also make you blind.
I do want to ask, and I don't mean anything by this. Why does he say it's evil?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
It's
You
not
think
like
it's been corrupted, or is there some sort of ritual about it?
I
Or
don't
give
know.
up the sun and start worshiping the moon.
There's an old rumor about those with 2 eyes are always evil.
Oh, I did hear that. My dad was talking about that.
Yeah.
2 eyes are always evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was real drunk. He had an ice pick, and he was like, "Come here, Stony," but Mom wouldn't let him.
You sure that wasn't Tiny? Who was going to start?
Oh no, Tiny was
Tiny-
over. That's what started it. Tiny came over, and he and my dad were drinking.
Wait, doesn't Tiny only have 1 eye?
Exactly.
Tiny does only have 1 eye.
He's a hero.
He is a hero. That's what he was saying.
Wow.
See, here's a little out of game lore. You flip of his eye patch, he does have an eye. That's the secret.
Of course.
Hoodwinked again.
Good
a
point
lazy eye.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we must travel westward. And the easiest way would be to go through the land of the giants. So we'll have to travel through Niflheim. I hope you packed warm. You did. You seem to be packing warm, big fellow.
And he slaps his belly, sort of.
We seem to be kin in that way.
Yeah, I exercise a lot, but yeah.
It's
it is
all
what it
lifting
is.
muscle.
Yeah, that's right. You sure are a jolly giant.
Oh, I try to be. In situations such as this, the Knights of Cinder are all about keeping the warmth of the land and the soul.
And so we're gonna need some warmth in the Niflheim, huh?
Yes, as long as you stay by me, you should be fine. But if we were to become separated, which I can't imagine we will, you might be in a bit of a pickle.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. Absolutely. So nice to make your acquaintance.
And nice to meet your acquaintance,
Babs. I'm Babs Blinker.
Bob Splinker, of the Knights of Thorns, I assume?
unaffiliated.
Ah, well, you might have a career adventure then. Well then, tally-ho to adventure!
Yeah.
As we move on to the next section, he is going to begin traveling his way down and into the valley and towards Niflheim. It is a long journey. With him sort of carrying you guys, you actually will have the ability to take a long rest. Because he's just gonna kind of keep going, and then when night comes, he'll sort of hunker down. But otherwise, you're going to be pretty undisturbed as you make your way to Niflheim.
Can I? Does my spell pop off, and then 2, can I focus again on Stormcarver?
Oh yes, I gotta go back to your spell. Let's see. Name. This one, a brief summary of the significant lore of that name. The lore might consist of tales, forgotten stories. You can see. Okay, so what were you trying to do? Like, what is the name, person, place, object thing you were trying to do?
The person I am trying to seek more information on is Haith, the planet's chosen. The name's been thrown around a few times. I'm trying to gather more information.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm just because I'm trying to understand exactly how the spell wants me to divvy out information. In figurative language, samples might yield information as woe to the evildoer. The act.
Yes, Bloco, you are. That is yes.
All right. Your spell is going to pop off.
Okay.
You are going to learn, since you don't know that much about Haith to begin with, you're just going to get this first pass of it. Haith is of giant descent. She is the planet's chosen, which means that she has been bestowed powers from the planet itself. She is also the most revered oracle of the cloud giants. And a great tragedy has befell her. And that's all you get from this legend lore. Because I have to, apparently it wants me to give it in chunks. Because you don't know anything. So the more you know, the more precise it becomes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and like constantly pop them off, so
Hey Brad, roll a D100.
Okay. 99, baby.
Damn!
Oh man.
That's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. Shit. Hold on, I gotta think about this.
Stoney's gonna have 99 problems.
And a bitch ain't one.
We're gonna do a very strange thing that seems unrelated, but it is. We're hopping over to Bingo's perspective.
Oh, okay.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Having been following Stoney, you do decide to maybe check in on the entrance real quick.
Oh no.
Because you were thinking about like, well, we gotta know if there's an out. Like, I gotta know, check the exits.
Oh yeah. That's good. That's a good plan.
So Bingo, sneaking and quiet, does see a scene where the Guardian is fighting against those blue horrible spirits. More and more of them keep pulling out of the portal and attacking the Guardian. The Guardian swings its arm and boom, crushes one. Another one shows up, boom, turning out of the thing. It, more and more kind of continue forward. The Guardian seems pretty unaffected by most of this. As this is happening, though, over here, the air seems to get kind of quiet and still. And you're gonna see someone seemingly just appear. Bingo.
Okay, where?
Down here by where that bone pile is.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep her token small. It's like you're so far away, it's hard to get a good look.
Yeah. It appears to be some sort of anime character.
Yeah, but what is Bingo doing?
Bingo is hiding, obviously.
Yeah.
And does it look like the Guardian's winning?
Yeah, looks like the Guardian's winning.
All right, he'll just wait. He'll wait it out.
All right. You're sort of waiting it out. You see strange symbols and runes coming off of this woman's hands as she sort of is gesturing.
Oh, she's doing something to the pile?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we like that, but I'll keep an eye on her. I'm just gonna observe for now.
Right. As
Bingo's like, don't be a hero, Bobbins.
Remember your mantra, don't be a hero, Bobbins. She is sort of making these gestures. The circle of magic around this swirls up higher and higher, this teal sort of stream, before it suddenly snuffs itself out when she claps. And all of these guys just sort of crumble.
Oh. Well, we got one problem down, but we maybe have a new problem with this lady, so...
Well, do you stay? Is now the question.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna roll a stealth to hide amongst the rocks here, because I want to see which direction this lady's going.
All right. Sort of stealthing, hiding behind the rocks. You're crawling up. You see her kind of standing there. She looks over where the Guardian is, and as you turn around to kind of scamper up some rocks to hide, she is suddenly over here. The Guardian sort of turns to her. She is still sort of making these strange motions with her hands as the Guardian begins to speak. You come with ill intent to disrupt the very balance of this land, shaman. You do not belong here. You shall not enter these. And as he says that, she claps again. And it just crumbles. The Guardian.
The Guardian does?
Yes.
Ooh.
The seemingly arcane power keeping it together just stops. It returns to a mere sense of stone as it crumbles to the ground.
Ooh, I sure hope she's not an enemy. Is she gonna start coming down the path?
You can make an insight, or are you gonna leave?
Let me make an insight to see if she's coming.
An insight? You don't really know
no
what
idea.
she's gonna do. You're just standing there. She seems to be standing there.
1 second here. All right, Bingo. Bingo is going to Bingo is going to remain hidden for now.
All right. With that intelligence check,
I was
I'll say-
deciding whether or not I wanted to introduce myself.
Bingo. I'll say
Yeah.
with that intelligence check, you're so smart and cunning,
Yeah.
you can sense a bluff. As you
bluff?
just get the slightest glimpse, she's looking at you as she turns around. So basically, she was looking at you the whole time. As she turns around looking this way, and puts her hands behind her back and kind of sways side to side, almost like she's waiting for something.
He's waiting for me.
You don't know. Could be anything.
I'm gonna walk on out. I'm gonna start the slow clap. I'll be like, well, that was quite impressive how you dealt with that guardian. I was just hoping to ascertain your skills. You
Mhm.
passed the test, by the way.
Well, thank you, Bingo. She's gonna turn back and walk over to you.
Yeah, well, you know. What can I do for you? Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Hmm? I am. Well, you may know it, but I know you do somewhere in here. And she like points at you. I'm Hay,
Hey,
the planet's chosen.
and I'm Bingo, the greatest thief who ever lived.
Oh, I'm well aware.
That does make Bingo feel kind of good. That like, well, you know, I see my reputation precedes me.
You are a wonderful thief.
Well, thank you. You're a wonderful chosen.
And thank you.
Anyway,
she is
yeah.
not. A couple things about her.
yeah.
She is not blinking, and is staring at you. I would say uncomfortably. Well, she's
Yeah.
not uncomfortable, but an uncomfortable amount of staring.
An uncomfortable amount of staring. I like your horns. What are you doing here, if I may be so bold? What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
I'm waiting.
For
The time to come.
I mean, that's a little vague. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm? Well, everything is in motion after all. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
About what?
That no matter what you do, you'll always end up here.
Here? Or like a proverbial here? Like, is this like a
Like here,
a metaphor?
talking with me, right now. Do you feel like your actions are your own?
Yes.
How sure of you are that?
Well, I mean, sometimes my wife makes me take out the garbage, but most of the time I do what I want.
That's wonderful.
Right now, I'm keeping an eye on my boy Stony. He's takes after his father, you know, adventurer.
No, he takes after you in more ways than you even know.
You know about Stony. Why do you know me? Why do you know all of this?
It was preordained for me to know. Just as it was preordained to you, for you to be the world's greatest thief.
Ah, yes, destiny, I suppose.
Yeah. How do you feel about destiny, fate?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I was almost murdered by the log cult for blasphemy.
Hmm.
But my son saved my life because he is the cult leader. So I guess you could say I have faith in the log cult.
Mm. It's good to have faith in things.
Yeah.
Do you have faith that things will all turn out all right in the end for you and your family?
For me, sure, probably.
And your family?
It depends on the frog. Some yes, some no.
So you view them as
Gertrude is always
expendable.
Gertrude's. We've been having some problems with Gertrude.
Hmm.
She's basically a good kid, but sometimes she gets into demonic cult worshipping snafus, you know? Who hasn't?
Yeah. Everyone hopes that they're doing the best that they can, that they're doing things for the right reasons. They just don't know that they're harming people while they're doing it, right?
Sure. I don't know that I always do things for the right reasons.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because I'm the greatest thief who ever lived. So if I'm not stealing...
I have a theory, you know.
Oh, yes? What's that?
I'll tell you the theory.
I'm married.
Oh, it's fine. I'm
Okay.
just going to whisper a little something in your ear. And I
okay.
promise it will be confusing. But I have a feeling
That's a weird promise.
that someone will know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I'll lean in.
Are you sure you can handle the secret?
I can handle the truth.
You sure?
Oh
You
yeah,
can
I'm
find
also
out?
kind of a god.
Well, then this will be easy for you.
My brain,
Ready?
my brain melts out of my ear.
She begins to speak. I need a wisdom save from Bingo.
Right. 8.
8.
Uh-oh.
She speaks. She says words. Bingo hears them.
Yes.
Bingo gets a bloody nose, and his head is completely shook. He begins to lose sight of, basically begins to lose consciousness. Her having told him this thing. Oh, that's a shame. Bingo, you kind
no.
of stumble back.
Am I
It's
dying?
okay. You'll be fine. Bingo, you fall backwards onto your ass.
Ooh.
You feel as though you're about to pass out, almost as if you're dying.
Whoa, no. Do I know why I'm dying? Like, did the words make sense to me or they didn't?
Whatever she said to Bingo was so cosmically fucked up, it almost killed Bingo just hearing it.
Oh no. Before I pass out, I would like to say, I don't love all my children.
She looks down at Bingo with just these really intense eyes and just smiles as Bingo passes out. Bleeder, having watched all of this happen, quietly scurries away. As we cut,
Fucking with that.
Bleeder has a heart attack and dies. All right. It's the dawn of the next day. Ooh, that dwarf is still asleep.
Yeah, but what's up with him?
I haven't the faintest. He was in quite the scuffle the day before.
He didn't eat any of those bum mushrooms, did he?
No, I don't think he ate any of those mushrooms, but he did drink some sort of lust potion or some greed potion or something like that.
Yeah, and he also
He has had.
I had a bunch of booze from a grave of a giant.
He has had that erection for longer than 4 hours.
You don't think it's
Why are
the
you-
blood being concentrated there, do you?
Very well might be.
Well, here's the better question. Why are you staring at his dick, bro?
Well, I'm worried for his health. Here.
What do you mean it's fucking
take
massive?
Take that dagger. Take that dagger. We're going to have to release some of the pressure.
No, that is not a thing we're doing here.
Not again.
Not after last time.
Again?
I don't know what he's referencing. I'm just rolling with it.
And I don't want to talk about it.
You open that door, you gotta finish that thought.
I am kind of curious. I gotta be honest.
Do you often have to take a knife to your dick?
Look, we've been on some pretty crazy adventures. I can't remember exactly what happened, but this is not the first time we've been at bloodletting someone's penis.
It's a tale as old as time.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
I think we've all dabbled in a little bit of bloodletting. I think we can all admit that.
Did you have to say that when I was just drinking from my wineskin? You almost made me spew.
Yeah. I mean, it's normal to want to put leeches on it from time to time.
Whoa! Now that's kinky.
Ah, but we must prepare for the journey ahead. It's going to be a cold one, so brace up, everyone.
Here, let me check my book of blessings and see what I can do. No, really no. This is gonna take a minute.
The storm has gotten rather bad. When I journeyed through last time, it was even lighter than this, so for it to be this bad, visibility's going to be rather tight.
So, stick close together.
Yes. We can use torches. There should be some along the way. So if you get lost, just head to one of those. Are you ready?
Does anybody have any rope?
No.
I might. Hold on.
Chad just pulls out his rope.
I have a rather large chain.
Wait, I have rope. That's crazy.
I've got 2 of them.
Hey, maybe we can, tie ourselves to Binky's saddle so we don't get, lost or separated.
That sounds like a fine plan.
All right, everybody, hold on to a bit of some rope, and Babs will tie, pieces of rope to Binky's kind of
skeletal
Mold
body.
the old zombie saddle to his ribs.
I'm waiting for the moment you leave Binky somewhere, and then like some NPC is like, "Oh my God, they ate your horse!"
He's just sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tie the party to Binky, if everybody's cool with that.
Sure.
Whatever you're into,
Yep.
man.
As you guys journey into this blizzard, it's pretty tough going. Luckily, Brugar is so big, he's able to buffer at least most of the wind. And as it gets colder and colder, it's also getting darker and darker. As this blizzard has really kicked up a hell of a storm, even compared to the one that I would say it's about on par with the one that happened in Winter's Hold. It's just thick, dense snow. If you're off the beaten trail, you have a feeling you'll be slowed down quite a bit. One of the big things is this blizzard is so dense that without a light source, you can only see within 5 feet of you. With a light source, you can see 10 foot of bright, 20 foot of... Basically, 10 foot of it is bright, then extra 10 foot is low. I'm going to give you the example because we're going to go to the map.
Oh, man.
As we cut to way down at the bottom.
That's a big boy.
That's your big boy, your big giant boy.
I'm on him. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
I'm on him. I'm on his shoulder.
You want to put who wants to be on him and who wants to be around him.
I guess if I'm tied to Binky, I might not be riding a giant.
Yeah, if you're tied to Binky, probably won't be on him.
I'll ride the giant just so that the giant doesn't get lost. You know, he wants.
Yeah, Leon's on the giant too.
As you're going into here, you will see, you will come across frozen solid animal life that is just dead. You get the feeling that if you guys weren't around Brunir here, that you would maybe die of exposure. It is so unnaturally cold in this area.
Dang, bro, it seems cold out.
Do you have a do you guys see the aura I put around him?
Yes,
Yep. I do.
Okay, so as long as you're within that aura, you won't have to make Constitution saves. That if you fail them, you'll get a point of exhaustion. All right.
Good to know.
Is everyone all right?
So far, so good.
Yeah,
We're going to make the trek. I don't know what's ahead, but whatever it is, we will face it head on. To adventure!
Huzzah!
He is going to begin walking. I'm going to move him up to points, and then you guys can kind of move around as you see fit.
Oh yeah, I get to just be on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys appear, as he's sort of walking, you can make out that you are in some sort of long ravine. There is these small bridges with what looks like permafrost ice from what used to be a stream running down. And as you're walking, I will say being near him, because he is a fire giant and he does have some light coming off of him, you can see further than if you were like out here, right? So you can basically see from where the aura actually is, as well as just the general track.
Good to know.
As you come walking up, El Chad, because you're at the front of the pack. You see what looks like a corpse, a frozen corpse laying on the ground on this pathway covered in ice and snow.
Oh. I'm gonna kick him.
You kick him. And as you do, it makes like a hard like crunch noise. Because he is so frozen solid that he has become brittle. But then you see him moving a little bit. And jumping out from him is this horrible blue worm, almost like a long, thin leech. As it leaps out towards you, attracted to your body heat. I need a dex save.
All right.
Glad it's the paladin.
An 18. All right. It leaps towards you, and with deft speed, you're able to just sort of grab it midair. And this worm is like flailing side to side.
Fuck. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try to like rip it in half.
Oh yeah, you just rip it in half.
Okay.
You just spilling out of it is a lot of blood. It just looks like a big leech. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any sort of other attributes. It's dead.
Huh.
Well, that's
Weird.
good.
What did you find?
Hey guys, there's leeches.
How are they surviving in this?
I will say it's warm, El Chad.
The leech is warm?
Yeah.
Ah. I mean, he's warm. Maybe they like live in the dead bodies.
But the bodies aren't warm.
Elchat's gonna feel the body.
All right. Going around, touching the body, you do see a little bit of steam coming off from where its chest is.
Huh. Yeah, I think it was eating the body and turning it into a nest.
Oh, that's gross. Hey, what is this guy even doing out here? Brown Guard, what kind of folks travel this way?
I haven't the faintest. There's a couple of humans out and about, but rather rare.
Well,
At least none that I've saw. In my time, there were tons of them. An whole empire, even. But, well, in this last year I've traveled around, I've maybe seen 10, 12. Most of them rather insane, I would say.
yeah, I guess this guy was one of the unlucky ones. Well,
Appears so.
I guess let's keep on then.
Does he have anything on him?
Yeah, how did we not loot the body?
I figured it was just sort of a unspoken thing.
I loot bodies all the time.
Elchat will peek what's on him.
Well, Chad, you check him. He's got like some robes. They're frozen and kind of cracked, so they're not really super useful. He does have like a side bag, like a messenger bag, inside of which is a bunch of unfortunately ruined papers. They look like they were tied in a bundle. and a crudely made holy symbol.
Oh. Was he a paladin?
You can make a religion check.
Yeah.
Like, is this one of those situations where he's like, he has a potion of protection from cold, but he just couldn't get it open. It was just really stuck.
As you look, El Chad, you know that this is actually a symbol. Well, the attempt of a symbol to Yasni. It's carved out of just a chunk of wood, and it's not really good. You can tell there's like some extra points that aren't on your guys' symbol. So this person probably didn't know exactly what the Yasnik symbol looked like, or was trying to do it from memory. You get the impression that this is probably more of a closer to a cleric, right? Or a pilgrim.
Ah.
This person was on pilgrimage.
Huh. Weird to see him out here. Well, he's dead, guys.
Yep, no saving him. I suppose let's keep moving.
Onward to adventure.
Sorry about your friends. I assume your paladin order sent more members out this way?
No. Probably just pilgrims. Doing what? I don't know. Maybe looking for the Eye of Yasni.
It seems like a sensible thing.
Up this little walkway, it leads to a ruined building. This looks to be some sort of stone and thatch habitat at one point. The origin or purpose of which is long since gone. But all that remains is sort of just crumbled rock and ruin. A tattered banner flies off on the side that is illegible. Chad, make a perception check.
Right. Be
a 10. You'll see these with a 10. In this structure, hiding amongst the rubble, are a bunch of what looks like slugs, blue slugs with icy shells on their back. They're very small. They're, slightly bigger than a traditional slug. But they're just kind of hanging all around, not seemingly doing much. They're moving very slowly.
Huh. Guys, you might want to stay away from those slugs.
Standing up on that cliff, Elchad, you will see just way off in the distance. Again, that snow is buffering your sight, but for a brief moment, you see what looks like the path continuing forward.
Yeah, Elchad's gonna continue forward if everybody else is following. Try to avoid the slugs.
We carry on.
I'm actually going to flip him. Everybody. More in the direction he's headed.
He's not moonwalking the
Yeah,
path.
he's not moonwalking the path. Traveling forward, you find another bridge.
Does it look sturdy enough, El Chad?
I don't know. El Chad's gonna like take out his lance and just start poking sections of it.
You start poking sections of it. It makes the icicles sort of on the side of it shake a bit. But the bridge seems pretty stable.
Yeah, it's fine. You should go first, though.
All right.
I could do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, too.
Do it together. And Baps will lead Binky across the bridge.
Perhaps as you go across the bridge, those icicles shake again. And El Chad, you see a swarm of the icicles bust off and fly, teeth open. That's right. These mimic icicles
Jesus Christ.
swarm off and attack Bloco and Baps, attempting to impale them with their bodies.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see.
Is that like an attack, or is this like a thing we get to save against?
It doesn't say it's a save, but I'm pretty sure it is a save. Where's the DC? There it is. Yes, I need dex saves from both of you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm within 10 feet of El Chad.
Oh yeah, you,
So,
you pass it.
26.
For sure. For sure, pass it. And Baps, you pass it as well. As these two things fly around you, buzzing. These mimic icicles flying around in a fury. How do you guys respond? You two get the first go.
Is this something that we can swing at?
You can swing at them.
Yeah, I would probably try to hit him with my necro dagger.
All right. You and Baps can make attack rolls if you want. That's gonna hit.
Man, one away from a crit on.
Baps, you swing and miss.
That does get the 1 cold damage and 1 additional piercing damage. That's the 2 at the top.
You get the feeling that the cold damage don't do nothing.
Yeah, but what about the necrotic?
The necrotic does do something.
Okay, good.
Okay, got that there. Oh. All right, as you swing your dagger across, smashing a couple of the icicles, they fall, sort of writhing. You see that they're ice on the outside, but there's like this meaty tube on the inside.
Creepy.
Well,
is it also blue like the slugs?
They are kind of blue like the slugs.
Yeah, the dagger does D8 because of martial arts, and I think it did a D8 additional to the regular dagger of the necro.
Nice.
I need to roll something.
No, to monk is probably the class I know the least about.
They're under attack. Don't worry, friends. I shall assist you.
Bulgar's gonna pull out his big flaming sword.
Probably not necessary in this context.
while this scuffle is happening, El Chad and Droga, because you two are the closest. What do you two do?
El Chad's gonna try to run in and smack one of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. And with the burning part of that blade, you melt the icy sort of shell that they have. And they fall writhing. And El Chad, you were able to recognize they are those slugs, but without the shells.
Ah.
Droga.
Droga is going to throw Stormcarver. Let's see. We are going to add that to it. As he's gonna check it. And let's see. I can do it at I can do it recklessly because I am that type of barbarian. Let's go. 31.
Nice.
31, you whoo, chuck it.
As it deals 19.
19 points of damage.
Since I am doing lightning damage, it technically goes back 10 feet.
All right, you boom, hit them. They go flying back, this sort of swarm of them.
All right, Stormcarver comes back, and we're gonna do it again. 25.
No, this is kind of like a in the moment type thing.
Okay, never mind.
All right, Leon and Stony, I need perception checks from you two. And Stony. Oh, he's muted. Anyway, with a 14, Leon, as you're like, oh shit, they seem like they're getting messed up, and the fire giant's wanting to get in there. To your right,
What?
so where this little outcropping is, you hear a large stone go roll over, and what sounds like a, I'm trying to think of how to describe it, like a digging noise.
A digging noise?
Sounds like a digging noise, like something is burrowing.
And where was it coming from again?
To your right, so over here, you can barely make out the jutting of a, sort of part of that ravine wall.
I think something's coming from her right. Can't see it. Stony, can you?
He might be BRB.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh? Something to the right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we will take it head on.
How are you going to prepare for whatever it is that might come?
I'm going to cast haste on myself.
All right.
Oh, wait, can I do multiple people actually with haste?
I think if you upcast it.
Oh, I can't. So haste, just myself. That's it.
All right. I think Stony is still gone. All right.
He's just on another one of his mushroom trips.
He's fucking tripping, man.
Him and that dwarf.
That dwarf shit. There's a kind of odd quiet. The little mimics, you are gonna see them, Baps, just kind of almost as if they're gonna attack you before they suddenly stop and then just start dispersing, freaking out.
That can't be good.
Again, more rocks tumble as something burrows quicker and quicker. Bulgar stands there ready for whatever it is that is coming. Before suddenly, the blizzard gets more intense, and barreling out of the ground is a colossal, titanic snake. As it smashes through the rock, it is going to plow into Burgar. I'm going to take these guys off because they're not really going to matter at the moment.
You don't think they're gonna make it?
Don't think the slugs are going to make it. All right. Let me get my dirt sheet. It smashes into Burgar. Leon, do you want to stay on? Well, actually, no. You're gonna have to make a dex save, just like Stony, as he gets hit pretty hard. It is gonna take him. A 3. All right. Leon, you are sort of kicked off of it as it plows into the chest of Burgar here. And you are going to be falling. We're going to have to figure out what's happening with Stony. As it smashes into him, it barrels into the ground with him. You hear it making a noise, and Burger sort of yells out.
Don't worry, friends. I have him on the ropes.
As the snake burrows into the ground with Burgar, there is a pause for a moment before Burgar are going to show up over here, having basically burrowed into the ground with him. You guys see in the distance in this blizzard what looks like the bright light of Burgar in the distance as he goes,
I almost have him!
But you guys do see his sword sort of fly off as he seems to have lost his grip from it. And I'm going to ask y'all to roll initiative.
All right. Should I roll initiative for Binky, or is he gonna be on my initiative?
He's on your initiative because he's a mount.
Okay.
And which of us are still tied to Binky? Me?
Yeah.
Well, you're not. I mean, the rope is tied, but I imagine you're just holding it.
Oh, that's probably a smarter move.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at this point, Bloka was actually tied to Binky. like around his waist.
Yeah. It's like a bungee cord.
Let's see. My first roll was an 8. I just didn't have a token out. I guess it doesn't matter, because everybody rolled totally shit.
Hold on. It's gonna take me a sec to get set up on this anyway.
No sweat. This is a big one. This is a huge map.
Yes, I'm trying to try out new things. Plus, it's been a while. We haven't had a colossal thing in a while.
Not since we fought that giant dragon and shot Bingo out of a ballista at it.
The best thing that happened in that fight was when the dwarves were gonna fire that ballista and it absolutely fucking blew up in their face. Let's see. I think that's everybody, because I don't think Brad's back. All right, El Chad. The first thing you feel, El Chad, is a cold wind blow by you. With bird gear currently indisposed at the moment, you are exposed to the elements. So you are not going to have to make a roll this turn, but if you don't get under some heat by next turn, you will.
Right.
Being by these torches seems to keep you at least a little warm. And other than that, your vision is heavily obscured. You can't even really make out this snake. The only thing that you can kind of surmise is because of bird gear being kind of like a torch in this blizzard, that obviously the snake must be near him, but this snake is snow white. So in this blizzard, it is practically invisible.
El Chad's gonna
at
dash
least
up.
from this distance.
El Chad's gonna dash up to the next torch on the road.
All right, staying there, you are plenty warm.
Albie's turn.
Snake is going to attempt to continue doing that. So I need to take gear now, make a roll. Let's do this. Ooh, put it on the die. Urgir, like, turns and grabs onto the snake's head, and keeps it from pulling him any further away. But he is going to take some damage while doing that. So he's going to take some bites. It's a shitload of damage, but he can resist some of it. That. All right. You hear him cry out in the distance as this snake is biting him, as he's keeping it from moving. Baps.
All right, DM.
Yeah.
How far out can we see these torches?
You can make out basically the next torch.
Okay.
So you can see the one that is ahead of you. Is kind of the way you'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus where Birgir is.
Yeah. Baps will stash the giant halberd across his back and pull out a torch and light it as his action.
All right.
He won't move very far because he's waiting for everybody behind him. So Binky will only move up 10 feet. and start waving the torch. This way! Everybody, move ahead!
Back, make a perception check.
Okay.
Hey, all right, never mind. You don't notice it.
Yep, Babs is not very perceptive.
You're too busy waving everybody down.
And that will be his turn, I believe.
Loco.
All right. Sensing that tying myself to Binky was not the correct move, since it seems everyone else is in fact just holding on to the ropes, I will untie myself. Is that a free action or an action, or what does that count as?
We'll say it's a bonus act.
Bonus action? Cool.
Oh, make a perception check too, Loco.
Okay. Perception 24.
24. The hairs on the back of your head stand up as you get that feeling again. When that snake went by, you had the sense that there was a martial arts master nearby.
Oh man. Am I able to sense any kind of direction, or it's just like closeness?
It like almost snuck up on you. Like you, with the last one, you could kind of feel yourself getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, it was just like instant. The moment the snake was there, you felt it.
Oh shit. All right. Well, Bloco has.
Oh, Brad hopped off. I guess he'll be.
Somebody grab that little frog.
The frog is in the cape. He's with Yars.
Oh, they're stuck in his cape?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Alright, Bloco moves their full 70 feet. Am I able to see Brugar?
Yes, you can see him from this distance. He is basically, the snake is biting his chest, and he has his arms wrapped around the sides of it. As he's sort of bracing himself, trying to keep it from moving. Because obviously this snake's MO is it's trying to drag him with it.
Okay, how high are these rocks?
They're about 15 foot up, that one.
15
This one's about 25.
25, and how high off the ground is the snake next to the rocks?
The snake is about... I mean, it is right next to the rocks. So...
It's gotta be like 50 feet tall, right?
Yeah. It's about 50 feet, maybe.
Now, is that when it's in like a
to...
sine wave arrangement, or when it's like flat on the ground?
That's probably in the arrangement it's in now, because it is up and biting.
Okay.
Now the back half of it seems lower because it's sitting more flat.
Let me check distance on that.
Now I will say, the only part of the snake you can see is its head, which is obscured, so you will have disadvantage. The back half of it you basically can't see. You can just surmise where it is.
Does it seem plausible that I could run up the rocks and like jump on it in any way? Like maybe I have to use daggers or something to latch onto the side of it?
So this is the fun thing. This thing is so big, you feel like you can climb on it.
Okay. Then
you will have to make an acrobatics check just to see if you can stay on it if it decides to start moving.
Okay.
Go for it, Mod Deep.
Well, I've got my my dash action, which I believe going up on this rock, I can do that and make a jump, just barely getting to it.
Right,
And
snow worm.
I assume I need to make a, you said acrobatics?
Yes.
16.
16, you jump. You don't make it on top of it because the snake is writhing around. It's kind of hard to get your footing, so you actually end up more on the side of it.
Okay. Like, am I on the side of its neck or face? I guess probably not the face. Probably more like a neck, torso-ish
Yeah,
thing,
you're
whatever
more,
it counts
more
as.
on the neck, that neck to midsection area.
Okay, cool. All right, that's my turn.
All right. You were in his things then. Good. All right. Vulgar, he sees you hop on it as he goes,
I'll try to keep it still, but if I attack it, I'll hurt you rather brutally.
I appreciate the concern, but I'm pretty good at dodging.
If you're sure.
I'm sure now. Ask me again in about 10 seconds.
All right. Brace yourself.
as he lifts his hand up, when he does, the snake kind of bites down on his chest more. He lets out a little wince of pain before he brings his fist down on the head of this thing as hard as he can. I need a dex save from you. A 20 will pass. I'm going to need another dex because he is going to knock this thing in the head.
All right. Oh.
14. Okay, so I need to do this plus 3. You are a monk, so you do not take half when he slams this fist into this thing. Knocking it, boom, this way. Its body whips around from the blow. Bloco, you are knocked off of it. So you are going to fall. Do you have anything to reduce fall damage?
I do. Let me find it. It's... Where is it?
You are falling into snow, so that is
5 times my monk level.
Okay, yeah, you're good then.
So yeah, 16 times 5, whatever that is.
16 times, which, let me
80,
guess.
I think.
Okay, it's more than 7. So you land in the snow. The snake, boom, slams into this rock, having been punched by Burgir. He's gonna see you fall.
What's the plan, old boy? I lost my sword.
Well, I'll get back up and try again. Maybe you can get your sword by then.
All right. You want to come with, or you think you have it?
Actually, yeah, I'll come with.
All right.
He reaches down and he's gonna scoop you up. And he's gonna make his way over to where El Chad is. He can only get 2 here. As he boom, 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 runs away. He has you in his hand. Droga.
Seeing the light is coming closer, Droga is going to move 40 feet. Brother. And then he's going to dash towards the light. As he's holding Stormcarver and is just trying to assess what is happening here. I end my turn.
All right. As you end your turn, it is going to use a legendary action. And it is going to charge forth, which is going to move this. But the thing of it is you hear it charging, you hear rocks breaking all around it in the direction that snake was. But the snake does not appear. It seems to be, again, that digging noise comes back. Leon.
Do I take fall damage for falling?
Oh yes, you are falling.
What's the fall damage?
Fall damage. Here, actually, make an acrobatics check. Because we got to determine where you fell to, because you did get knocked backwards.
Yeah, there was force. Acrobatics. Oh, there's my...
Oh, 20.
Nice.
So instead, you are falling here into the trees. So you are only going to take... This is reduced by d6 for every... Some other reason. Only 10 damage as you land into the trees. And then into the soft snow.
I need to make a con save. Hey, there we go. I don't drop haste.
Easily.
Nice.
Yeah.
Double crits.
Alright, so 80, so yeah. God. Where's my mouse? I can easily get caught up. Gets caught up.
Alright. You come running up, sort of regrouping. El Chad.
Yeah, El Chad's gonna hop on El Boyo. Well.
Come aboard!
Prepare an attack.
We don't know where this thing could strike from.
And is that for El Chad?
Yep.
Alright. It's its turn. There is the sound of burrowing as it gets softer and softer. Babs.
Yes, DM.
You are out in the elements. But you did light a torch, but instead of having to make the roll, the torch goes out.
That's surprising.
Because of the blizzard.
All right. Baps, seeing that everybody is moved forward, he will do the same. Fine. He'll stay right here, holding up the rear. Just barely in the light. And he will be wary and try to attempt to hear any rumblings from Yamata no Orochi.
No. So if you're actually trying to track where it is going to be a survival check instead of a perception.
Absolutely. Baps actually has survival instead of perception.
22, Baps. As you're sitting and waiting, the rest of the party is around Bergir, so like they can't really hear it because Bergir is so big and kind of stomping around that they can't really pick up those vibrations. But you, sort of standing out on the edge, can feel it. It's getting lower. It almost as if it's going to swoop up from the ground. So underneath Bergir.
All right. He'll call out, "The worm's coming from the giant! It's coming straight!" Does it seem like it's coming straight up from under him?
It seems so. Hence why it was getting quieter and quieter, because it was going down.
It's straight up from under him! Everybody scatter! Bergir, get ready to punch down!
What?
Punch
All right.
down!
All right.
it for Babs.
I suppose Baps will pull his halberd out again.
Loco.
All right. Can I make my way from Brugar's hand to maybe on top of his helmet?
Yeah, you can make it. Because he is also like letting you guys do this.
Okay.
So he's assisting where he can.
It's like
Am I able to move and hold an action?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll hold an action to try to jump on the snake again if it gets close enough to me.
All right. Through gear, he sort of squats down a little bit, and he kind of makes a fist as he's getting ready to punch whatever's going to come out from underneath him. Does anybody want off? Because Bergier could just like put you on the ground.
On second thought, El Chad will take a few steps back.
How big is the
All right.
snake's mouth compared to Brugar, now that I'm thinking about that?
If Brugar is standing straight up, it could probably swallow it.
Okay.
But horizontally, which is kind of how he's been bit so far, it can't get its mouth around him. You guys would be like Jelly Bean.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take my chances on the top of Brugar for the moment.
All right.
some real Shadow of the Colossus vibes.
Droga.
Droga is going to Bro's gonna go this way. And as an action, as an action, he's just going to like ready an attack in case anything comes up within 5 feet of him. He's in an unknown area, so basically he just wants to like make certain he's watching his flank, because this thing is like big in front of him, yes, and he can't really do that much, but like in case anything were to like jump him, he's gonna like be cautious of that.
All right. At the end of your turn, the ground cracks, and busting out from the ground is the snake. It is using its legendary action, that charge forth. So I need Brugar first to make that strength saving throw. Oh, and unfortunately he does fail it. So now I'm going to need everybody else to make it. As Brugar gets grabbed by this thing and tossed.
Is it a strength
Yeah,
or a
it's a strength or
dex?
dex.
Oh, I'm sorry, a dex. Let me make this dex.
You're trying
No,
to
he
give him a chance.
He definitely didn't fucking make it.
Is it all of us?
Hold on, he gets his +5.
Oh, he does get a +5, which unfortunately does not do it as well. Let me get this back into the token layer. This is coming from below, so all of this hasn't been.
Oh yes, just
shown.
barely.
Nice.
El Chad, what's your plus? Or do you already have it added?
I think
you already have it. Yeah. All right. This thing comes barreling through. It is smacking into Brugar first, dragging him along and tossing him. He's going to end up about here. El Chad, you were hit. You are only going to take half of that damage because Burgard took the brunt of this hit.
23.
Yes. Burgard is looking not very good as that snake basically leaps up and over.
Does this put the snake close enough for me to attempt to jump onto it?
Yes. And El Chad, your readied action is going to happen. You just have a choice to make on where you want to hit it as you're falling. You want to hit it on its head, its body, or its tail?
First piece of body. We'll do body.
All right.
29 hit.
29 will hit.
And you can't have it without Divine Smite. Might as well. There we go.
Let me add that up. Man, I wish this game would just add it for you.
32 plus 16, was that 48?
46 right in this too.
Oh, is that second 2 not there?
No, that was it. I missed that bit. All right, as you slice out at its body. So even though I have the tokens in a straight line, the body part of it is more coily, which is kind of what I was trying to depict here. So there's like more body to it.
Acrobatics for my jump, is that right?
Yes, I need that. And then El Chad, you are going to fall quite a distance in the snow, so it's not too bad. Or 8 damage. And just to describe the angle in which the snake is, its head has basically landed on this sort of raised stone. Its body is arching into the air. And then these two lower halves are still in the ground. So basically it is in this arch right now. Leon.
Was 15 enough?
15 was enough.
All right, sick.
I guess just for now. These back
What?
on the GM. I was gonna put those on the GM layer because they're not exposed. But this giant snake is basically over you. Think of it like this trailing arch.
I hope Brogard survives at least this one last turn. Come on, man! How's he looking? Does he look bloodied?
Oh, you know what? He's an ally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man. Can you see
Everybody
his HP?
buff the giant.
What do you do, Dustin? God, it's Nate. Oh boy.
He'll
Jumping in right at the end.
I'm jumping in, I'm sorry.
he'll run up to where the serpent's going into the ground to give him a whack.
All right. You're gonna hit its body.
Yeah. first hit, and then my
That's gonna
second
hit.
hit.
That will not.
Alright, that's fine. 10. And then, 2. And then, yeah, that'll be it.
Alright. It is going to,
Oh, wait, I get one more hit because of haste.
oh, you got it. 20 will clink off of its body.
Okay.
You feel like just a little bit more, you might have been able to smack into its through its scales. It's going to continue writhing and charging forth. Now, even though you guys are in its hex, like spatially, technically it's over you, so it's not going to hit anybody. It's just using it to continue moving.
Will this provoke another, would it be a save or acrobatics roll from me?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, yes, because you're on top of it.
Yeah, where exactly am I? Because I didn't move myself. I'm not sure where I would have landed on it if I had jumped off of Rugar's helmet.
Were you trying to stay on its head?
Yeah, I was trying to be as close to its head as I could be. I'm not sure how feasible that was.
Oh, so with the 15, you actually end up more on this part of it, the body.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then I need another acrobatics check because it's barreling out. So now
Fuck.
only the
I'm following.
little bit of its. Yeah, you are going to fall off as you go whoop, whip off of the side of it. I need 12. I'm gonna roll this. One is left. All right, as you fall off the side of it into some trees. Luckily, they're so close to where its body is, you don't have to make a check. You just kind of breaking branches as you fall into it. El Chad, its tail is the only thing kind of slipping out of that hole that it burrowed through. Both of them are going to miss. Well, I say miss. You're going to hit it, but it's just going to clink off of its tail. Oh, are you muted? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah, Alchad's just gonna look around and shrug and go, oh well.
Yeah. Ah, shit. We get to the snake. Oh, I guess that was the top of the order. Do we want to call it tonight, or do we want to do one more round?
I feel like we got time for one more round.
I know, Dustin, how are you feeling?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can tap out, and that's fine. I'm at the very last of the initiative order, so.
Yeah, here, we'll call it here then.
No, you keep going.
No, I think it's a good point because Yars, you wake up. Oh, you are in the like you got real cozy where the cape is on the giant, and we're
I just
sort of
rolled up, ready for a rest.
rocked awake. As you see, Burgar is he doesn't have a sword. He looks pretty beat up. And there is this Titanic-sized snake that is just very threateningly circling around the party in this icy blizzard. You were in there all toasty and nice. And what is Yars's famous line?
What the hell?
And we'll end tonight's session.
What the hell?
What the heck? And we'll pick up next week.
Wonderful.
I just also because Nate couldn't be here, and then also Brad had to leave early, I think.
Sorry, gang.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
All right.
Oh, I got a couple of cool moves though. Next week, hopefully, I'll be able to make it.
On that note, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more big ass belly dragon snakes from hell on the Adventurers Landing.